Hi everyone, this is Kathy of Kathy Rose Creations. This is week 3 of the Crazy Family 2015 weekly prompts. And week 1 was circles, week 2 was animals, and this week is goddess. Um, I'm showing a altered book that I am using that has been prepared with pages gessoed. This is week 1, which was circles. Week 2, which was animals. And this is what I'm working on this week, which is goddess. I chose a goddess of birds. She's a paper doll that I glued down with some foam tape to raise her up a little bit. She's got tulle on her hair. She's got a doily for wings. She's got bling on her dress and in her hair and earrings. And I have a quote that I found that birds are a miracle because they prove to us there is a finer, simpler state of being which we may strive to attain. I really like that quote, so I decided to use it. And I'm going to put it down with Mod Podge. This is real Mod Podge, and it's almost empty, so I figured I might as well use it up. The paper that's in the background is a really nice paper that I got when I was in Japan many years ago. I hauled home, I don't know, half a dozen rolls of paper in my suitcase. And I save it and hoard it and only use it on special projects. But this year I decided I'm going to start using up my stuff. So I decided to put that paper I brought from Japan, some of it at least, on this layout. It was very appropriate because it has the cranes flying in the background. This little piece that I'm putting on is where it says bird goddess, if it wasn't already very obvious that she's a bird goddess, because she's holding 2 doves in her hands. So I really debated which goddess I was going to, or what kind of goddess I was going to do for this prompt, because I had several ideas, but when I was digging through my stash and I found this paper doll, I'm like, this would work out really good. I put a thin layer of Mod Podge over the quotes. I don't put the Mod Podge on her. Um, I don't want to ruin the doily and the tulle. Here I'm drying my Mod Podge. Off to the side, you can see I had been digging in my little images. I have a bag that I had separated some bird images, and I was looking for another bird. I wanted to add another one to the page. Found a dove that I thought might work, but when I auditioned it, I really didn't like it. And then I found this bird in black and white, and I thought that was kind of different, and decided that I was going to use that one. Now I was trying to figure out exactly where to put the thing. I would have liked it on the bottom, but the wing covered up part of the quote, and the quote was already pretty stuck down, so there was no way I was going to be able to get it in there. Which I eventually discovered after trying and trying to see if I could squeeze it in there. And then I decided that was going to work. And I tried here, and I tried here, and I tried up here. And finally, I decided that I was going to go for the top. But I wasn't going to be able to get the entire bird on there. I was going to end up having to clip its wing a little bit, which was okay. It was just the tip of the wing. So I decided to put the bird on right above the quote. Like the other items, I'm adhering it with the Mod Podge. I'm going to wait until it's completely dry before I clip its wings. My scissors, at least the ones dedicated to sticky stuff, don't cut wet paper very well. After adhering the bird, of course, you have to blow it dry again. It's really important to dry well between layers. I've learned from past experience that things stay tacky if you don't. I've had a couple projects that years later are still tacky because I didn't do it right. course, I've had some mishaps with my, excuse me, my heat gun because I get distracted while I'm blowing dry pages. So I try to pay attention now because I've scorched a few things. Also, I saw a video that somebody's heat gun caught fire, and one of the comments made by somebody was, it's not a good idea to hold your heat gun straight up and down on your when you're using it because the heat backs up into the heat gun, and that can fry it. So it's best to use it as an angle. So now I've been trying to do that. Now I'm giving the bird, clipping the bird's wings. A wing. Yeah, I have a little cup that I've got several different colors of glitter glue because I wanted to put some glitter onto the different parts that I want to make them stand out a little bit. So I'm using white on the doves that are in her hands, just a tiny bit on their wings. And then I decided to do just a few of the cranes that are flying. I didn't want to do them all. That would have been kind of overkill. But just a few. The glitter glue that I'm using is the cheap stuff you can get at Walmart. Um, I think it's basically for kids to use. Works fine. I decided to put some of this white, it's kind of an iridescent white, put some of it on the bird, the big bird, big bird, the larger bird. And of course I'm holding the box upside down. Now I have some red. It's kind of a dark red, and I'm just hitting a couple of the little tiny flowers. Sorry about my head being in the way. Oh, the one I'm using now is a gold. Just kind of a couple touches. I'm using a toothpick to kind of spread out some of it. Here I'm writing week 3 goddess, just to identify the what week we're looking at. And I've decided to tear the edges. And I'm using a black, just a little um, stamp pad, and kind of giving it a little bit of black color to make it stand out. Colored Cube is the name of the stamp pad. I think I got them at Michael's, like in the Dollar Bin or something. I decided not to drag out my paintbrush, so I'm putting the Mod Podge on with my finger. Hey, whatever works. You can see my fingers are filthy from paint and stamp pad ink and everything else. Good thing about using your finger is you can put some pressure on whatever it is that you're um, adhering and kind of really press it into the page. Just nice. And I'm drying it. Showing my sticky fingers. Both hands. My hands get much stickier. My heat gun's gonna stick to them. All done. I really like this page. I don't know if you can see the glitter. And the bling. I really like her. I put a little bling on her dress. Thank you for watching, everyone. Peace.